Now I'm gonna try to speak English in Vietnamese accent, in a very typical Vietnamese accent. And of course, Taya gonna do quite the same way. She's gonna speak English with Russian accent.
Oh my god.
Và bây giờ thì chúng ta hãy cùng tìm hiểu về hoàn cảnh ra đời của nhà hát thành phố Hồ Con Rùa, phố đi bộ Hoàng Kiếm, khu di tích Hoàng Thành Thăng Long. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Nguyen Channel and welcome to another episode of Expats in Saigon. Well, it's been such a long time since my previous videos about this topic. Now I'm so happy to be back with another interesting guest. But this is the first time ever that I would love to feature a female guest. Remember the last 4 videos? It's all about guys, right? Today, a girl. She's Taya from Russia. And what's really interesting about this girl is that she loves Vietnam more than Russia. Why is it? Let's talk to her to find out. Ta-da! This is Taya. Yeah, this is all you know so far, right? Of course, she's gonna introduce again about herself briefly to you guys.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm Taya. I've been living here for 3 years
3 years.
already. Yep. So I spent here 1 year first, and then I'm back to Russia for a while, and then now 2 years more. Well,
And now, the very important thing is that, like, as I mentioned earlier in the beginning, like, you told me the other day that, like, you loved Vietnam more than Russia. So
That's
why
true.
is that?
okay, let me try to explain it briefly. Mostly, people are really addicted to the place where they enjoy something. For me, Vietnam is the country like that. I'm really happy to be here because the people are always smiling. Look at this.
Just like me.
Okay, we always have sun here, which also affect me like a lot. And well, I like the food here. That's true. And you know, I'm enjoying everything here. In my opinion, maybe like long time ago in my previous lives, I might be living in Vietnam. Sometimes this thought coming to my mind.
Yeah.
Really. So, well, back in Russia, I don't have many friends. The weather is really gloomy there. I mean, I have really cold winters. Even I'm not living in the north, but it's still a kind of cold even for me because I do prefer like the hot weather. It makes me feel like much better. I would say a long time ago when I was living in Russia, I was a much different person and I was much more depressed or something, and that is one of the reasons why I don't want to come back, because I'm afraid to come to that state of mind that I had before. And I would say like since I was 25 I have improved a lot, and now I'm 29, but yeah, it's going much better, and I guess like Vietnam exactly helped me to improve a lot.
Wow. I feel really happy and feel proud as well, because you know, like, this is the first time ever, to be honest, this is the first time ever that I have heard something like that from a foreigner.
Aww.
Yeah, I have heard a lot like, okay, I enjoy Vietnam, this country is great, I will come back again or something like that, but
I don't want to leave.
You don't want to live here now, right?
Yeah.
That's so cool. Thank you so much for loving Vietnam that much, and I hope that your coming time in Vietnam will be even more wonderful and meaningful in a way that, like you said, shape you a better person you are nowadays, right? So I think that people are also curious about what do you do here for a living, for sure. So do you mind sharing it?
So before, when I was living in Russia, I was a designer. Like, if I will specify it, I was a web designer.
Oh, wow.
When I came to Vietnam, I didn't want to find a job as a designer anymore because I was kind of burned out. I was exhausted, didn't want to work with the computers anymore.
Yes.
And then one of my friends told me that, Taya, you have a good English accent. You might have started like teaching English. And I was so surprised. At first I thought like, oh no, how can I? I never did it before. And then step by step, like one place to another, I found like what I can do. So I started to teach young generations, from kids to adults, and I'm really enjoying it, especially when my students have some achievements. They like reach the IELTS score that they want, or they like can speak a little bit. It's also a good
Yes. Well, I would say that I totally agree with your friend when he said that like your English is good. Because to be honest, I have met several Russian people before who speak English, but your English is way better. Is way clearer than many other Russian that I ever met. You know, not to offend, but it's true. It's true.
I know it's true. Probably because the educational system in Russia works like that. People are not much concentrate on the accent, and actually, I've heard from many other people that some people find like Russian accent really like nice. They like how it sounds.
Yeah.
However, I would never be able to speak English with Russian accents because I've started to learn English since I was 5, and like first it was in the kindergarten, then international school, so I got used to the right accent. And now it sounds so weird to speak like in a different way, you know. But I'm sometimes like making fun of the Vietnamese people when they speak in the market with such a funny Vietnamese accent. You know what I mean, right?
You want me to demonstrate some? Now I'm gonna try to speak English in Vietnamese accent, in a very typical Vietnamese accent, and of course, Taya gonna do quite the same way. She's gonna speak English with Russian accent.
Oh my god. Let's try. Okay.
It's gonna be really fun. Okay. So imagine now we are in a market, right? I'm gonna be a seller. I'm gonna be a shop assistant in a market, and you are a foreigner.
Okay.
Going to buy things. Hello, madam. What are you looking for?
Hello. I need that dress. How much is it?
Well, this is 2,200.
How much? I don't understand.
All right. I'll do it again. $25.
No, too expensive.
It's cheap, you know. And this is that holiday. You buy it, you lucky, and I sell it to you. I lucky too.
Okay.
Taya is from Russia. She's gonna teach me how to say some Russian words.
Okay.
Will you?
I guess the easiest word
Okay.
is for you to say hi to people.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So it sounds like привет.
Привет.
Yeah.
Привет.
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 This one is a good
Oh,
one.
really? Okay.
I can teach you how to say thank you.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
a good word.
that's
probably.
cool.
Спасибо. Спасибо.
Спасибо.
Спасибо.
Spasiba.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. But I forgot the first one. Well,
You have a memory like a goldfish.
how about I love Vietnam in Russia.
Я люблю Вьетнам. Я люблю Vietnam.
Vietnam. Yeah, love Vietnam. And then I'm gonna say quite the same thing, but with Russia. Yeah, love
Люблю нормально.
Really?
Yeah.
So yeah, love. How do we say Russia?
Россию.
Россию. Россию.
Я люблю Россию.
Yeah, love Russia. Forget it. Oh my god, it's too challenging.
You want to challenge me with some Vietnamese?
Absolutely, yes. Okay. You know what? I have heard that Taya has been learning Vietnamese for 4 months now.
Yeah.
And she actually impressed me a lot. I want her to impress you guys as well, right? So now I'm gonna give her a little bit challenge. So Taya, can you please help me to translate this sentence into Vietnamese?
Okay.
Ready?
Let me try.
Ready?
Okay.
Okay. Maybe it's gonna be a paragraph, not a sentence. Okay.
Paragraph.
Are you ready?
Okay.
Long is my new friend.
Anh Long là một bạn mới của tôi.
Oh, that's so good. He's very funny and outgoing.
Anh ấy là vui vẻ và outgoing, không biết.
Yeah. Dễ gần.
Dễ gần.
Yeah. Anh ấy vui vẻ, dễ gần. Yeah. So we don't use là in sentence. Yeah.
Anh ấy vui vẻ và
dễ gần. Very good. And as a matter of fact, he's very handsome.
As a matter of fact, this is a linking word that I would
Okay.
never know how to use.
Và sự thật là, as a matter of fact, và sự thật là.
Và sự thật là. Anh này là đẹp trai mà.
Yeah. Guys, that's perfect for performance learning Vietnamese. Really impressive, to be honest. Yeah.
I will try to improve it and make it better.
You know what? I have friends living in Vietnam for 10 years, even over 10 years, but they are still struggling learning Vietnamese. You are
The
exceptional.
tones are hard. Seriously, even like I'm still struggling with the hardest tone or some other things. But yeah.
Yep. All right, that's so cool. And now let's get back to your daily life in Vietnam, right? So
okay.
apart from your main job as a teacher, right, teaching English, and regarding your daily activities, what do you like to do when you have free time?
Well, I like playing music. I like singing, drawing, walking around. I'm a big fan of walking, but unfortunately in Vietnam it's not a habit of usual like for people to walk a lot here. I love parks and like just having a walk or sit down around the trees. Well, all the other time I guess I'm spending just in my room or helping my family. They're not really my family, as I told you before. So I'm living with people whom I really like. They're my good friends and they're family. Like they're not my relatives anyhow or just good friends. Yeah. So most of the time I'm spending with them or with my own friends, like outside, going to the coffee shops, talking, discussing some things, and now I also started to learn Vietnamese.
Yes,
so.
that's really cool. Yeah, you really know how to make your time here in Vietnam and try to live your life in a very positive way and try to improve yourself every single day. You know, by put yourself in an interaction with the local people in the environment. That's
Actually,
really cool.
when you are doing what you really like, you will always enjoy your life.
Yes, right. Definitely. Okay, one more thing. As far as I'm concerned, like you are a vegan, right?
Oh, yeah.
You are a vegan yourself. So, is it difficult for you to be vegan here in Vietnam?
It's a bit different like in comparison of being vegan in Russia. However, because you have one of the religion in Vietnam is Buddhism, so people here also eat vegan, and there are plenty of different vegan cafes and restaurants, which I'm really enjoying. And I can try every single dish that exists with meat, but just a vegan version.
Yes. So your vegan experience so far in Vietnam is good, right?
Yeah. Truly good. Have you ever tried any dish, like vegetarian dish here that you like more than a normal one?
Well, I do like vegetarian food and vegan food sometimes, but sorry, I'm still a meat person.
Okay.
I love meat, you guys. Of course, I try to go vegan more often because it's not only the religious thing, you know, like my mom is a Buddhist and she encourages me to eat vegan food as well. But I'm talking here, it's not about the health benefit. Yeah, because vegan food, not to mention, obviously it's really good for human health. So
Yeah, even for me, like I'm doing it not because of the religion, but mostly because it's good for my health. And I see the difference, like being vegetarian and vegan as well. So yeah, that makes sense.
yeah. So I think it's important for people who are watching us right now, especially those who are from different countries, like those who have the plan to go to Vietnam for traveling or for living. According to what you just heard from us about the vegan things in Vietnam, I think that you don't have to really worry about finding food in Vietnam, right? Because Taya herself is the one who experienced a lot.
Yeah, there are a lot of dishes and great food that you can enjoy here.
Okay. Well guys, there is another cool thing that I really want to share with you. Very soon I'm gonna do the new video series called Exploring Ho Chi Minh City. And of course, Taya gonna be one of my co-hosts later on in the videos. And we are looking forward to having a new experience that we can share with you guys. How about you, Taya? Are you excited about that?
Yeah, I really want to learn something more because I know a lot about Saigon, but I still know that there are some places that I don't know, and only you, as a person who was a tour guide and also who is Vietnamese and know everything from the inside, can show me, and I can learn more about the culture of Vietnamese people.
That's really cool, right? Well, I am a local person myself, and like Taya just said, like I am a tour guide as well. And it's even more interesting, like I am not alone in those videos, but I have people like her who have been living in Vietnam for a while. So she and other like possible co-hosts later, they have some experience already about Vietnam. So I think that we both can give you a better insight experience into Vietnam, so that you guys will find those videos valuable and useful for you guys.
I hope so.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's it for our talk on Expats in Saigon.
I'm looking forward, and I hope you are looking forward for our next video exploring
Ho Chi Minh City. Thank you again, and see you next time.
Bye.